Mr. Forbes,
Yeah.
welcome to Armenia and thank you for being here. Let me just say that one cannot but be inspired by your career. You have worked in both commercial and investment banking for 35 years, including 20 years with the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. You've held major positions in many countries like Croatia, Russia, or Romania, and now you have joined the board of Ameribank. So, having worked for the EBRD, what perspective do you see in the equity acquisition deal signed by the EBRD and Ameribank back in 2015?
First thing to say is I've been coming to Armenia for over 20 years now, and it's a great pleasure to be here and to have the opportunity to serve on the board of Ameriabank. I have been in the EBRD involved in equity investment activities for a long time, and it strikes me that the investment that EBRD made in the bank in 2015 was a win-win for both parties. For Ameriabank, it gave an opportunity to achieve new capital, which helps it as an institution to grow and to receive kind of input from EBRD on corporate governance activities and shared experience on other IPOs. I think for EBRD's point of view, there's a constant search to find the best in every country, the best management team, the best companies, the most progressive, and I think they will be very satisfied that they've found a very good organization with a very good management team going places.
So, in your opinion, how did and does this investment contribute to Ameribank's development?
And the acid test of whether the investment was good is, has the business grown since 2015? And the answer is a resounding yes.
And how did you agree to join the board of Ameribank?
Well, I agreed to do it because I was asked by my colleagues, former colleagues in both Moscow and London, whether I would like to join. And as I say, having been to Armenia a number of times over the last 20 years and having served on the board of other banks, I felt I was interested in trying to do something within Armenia and for the bank and for the country.
So now that you have joined the board of Ameribank, what would you like your personal contribution to be? What expertise do you expect to bring to Ameribank and to the Armenian banking sector in general?
Time will tell whether I have any impact, but I have quite a lot of experience in public offerings. Over my career, I've done several IPOs, mostly successfully, but I've learnt, what are the ingredients and what makes something work. I've also seen examples of good banks and bad banks, good management teams, bad management teams, good governance, bad governance. So I hope to bring that accumulated experience to Ameriabank and to contribute to help it grow in the future.
What do you think financial institutions in transition economies should prioritize in corporate governance in order to be successful?
Well, corporate governance, in its own word, is a very hollow concept. It becomes very strong when you align it with competent people and good process and good values. And when you have that alignment, then the benefits of good corporate governance come through because you create good organizational structures, good processes, and you care about the development of the organization. By itself, it's no guarantee of success, but without it, you can more or less guarantee failure. Having said all of that, it's not in a vacuum, corporate governance. It's very much part of something which is cultural and human as well.
So compared to the best practices, where does the corporate governance framework of Ameribank stand?
Well, I've only been here a short time, but you only have to look at the building, look at the people, and read up a little bit on the background, and you would have to say that Ameriabank scores very highly It's very much dedicated to becoming a listed company. It's doing the right things in an organizational sense and in creating the committees and keeping the records and doing all the things that are necessary to do. But I would, time will tell. I've only just arrived, so you have to ask me that question in 2 or 3 years' time. But my first impressions are extremely good.
So you think Ameribank is on the right track?
Definitely.
Thank you, Mr. Forbes, for being here. Thank you for your time. I hope this is not your last visit to Armenia, and I hope to see you again. And I hope your visit was productive. Thank you.
Thank you very much.